There we go. Now can we hear me? There we go. Now can we hear me? Yeah, there we go. Alright, sorry about that. I had my mute on my controller on. I didn't realize. Yeah, I didn't realize I did that. Okay, ah, let's see here. Hey, welcome everyone to APPF1. I'm your host, the Ghost. I missed the first race because I was sleeping. Yeah, oh well. Yeah, so second race, yeah, Finley was in the lead. 21 points, I think. That was, Ricky EV and then Ghost. Uh, Speed Alcoholic was also in there too, yeah. Your top four right now. Yeah, sorry guys, I'm just, getting warmed up here. I haven't been doing this commentary. I haven't been racing either that much, so I'm really out of practice on racing and commentary. So hopefully I can get this going. Pretty good. Oh, there's Speed Alcoholic. What is this? Unread mail. What do I got? Welcome to your what? I haven't raced it. I guess keep going down now. Unclaimed gold claim. Shut. Right, just doing some thing up here. Shut. Okay, back. Alright. Okay, so yeah, who do we got here? We got G Ghost, we got CP Finley, Kevin, Joey B, John Wick. I haven't seen John Wick for a while. Jacko Lacko, Ricky EV, Nemesis. I know Nemesis. Somebody was asking me about this guy. And now I see him here, so. So that's that. Scott Mate, 89 from ESRL here. Kyle Rendier, Hamilton. Vandersnatch. Lawrence, Speed Alcoholic. Lawrence. Is Lawrence? Lawrence is sumo, isn't he? I think he is. Yeah, I think he's sumo. Lawrence. Let's see here. D1 lineup. Lawrence. Lawrence. Okay. boy. Okay, looks like we're getting ready to go. There we go, check-ins. Yeah, Lawrence is the sumo. Okay. I just had to look at the attendees there to see that. This is an A1. Targeting. Race. Friday. Alright, so here we go. In imola. What is this? 115s? 114s? Maybe 113s, isn't it? Spectator. Tire. Okay, that's about it. Mercedes. Yeah, I think John Wick is our first one. I don't think there's anyone ahead of him. Alright, so, yeah, sorry guys, I'm just out to lunch here. I'm just kind of looking around. See what's going on. Alright, here goes John Wick. On his qualifying run. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, guys, I'm just kind of all over the place here. I got like thinking inside my head going on. Alright, here we go. Yeah, no messages. We'll say another one. Hello, Mary Lou, goodbye, love. Hello, Mary Lou, goodbye, love. What do you think, dear? Here we go, 113, 114.6. So yeah, I think they might get into the 113s, maybe. $114.9 for Speed Alcoholic. Here's Ricky EV. That's it with Ricky. Kyle Renner Finley there of in the McLaren. One of those two got out of the way there nicely. Ricky into the final stretch. DRS open 113, 114.5. Goes to the top of the leaderboards. Let's see here. Lawrence is none, so he's none. Kylo Ren across the line. Or no, he's just starting. No, he isn't. 114.4, Kylo Ren. CPI Finley. Let's sit in with CPI. We gotta sit in with this guy. He's our Finley, I do believe, is the leader. correctly. I looked there. So yeah, he's our leader. Hopefully that car up in front there is going to get out of the way. It should. They're not. I wonder if those guys are on hot laps in front of them. But yeah, somebody's going to have to get out of his way because that's two cars. That guy goes opposite thing. I don't know if he stayed in there. Yeah, Finley 114, 112, 14, 13, 9, just like I thought. So it didn't. I don't think it held them up too much. Goes with the 114 too, also. So CPI Finley, first one that cracked into the 113s. G Ghost, I missed him. Oh, John Wick. Going around. Going in. Oh, look at this. Vander Snatch. An American. I wonder if he's Dutch American or something. Vander. That's a Dutch name, I think. Vander Snatch. 15-2, so he's already set a time. He was up on his time a bit. I think on this track, I remember, other than the DRS zone, I ran it in medium most of the time, I think, to run good lap times. I can't remember, this game's changed so much now with these ERS modes and stuff. I wish that on the new game they'd put on on your HUD, where it says none there. Well, when you're like in-game driving, it doesn't show none, it just shows it's activated. And I wish it would actually show that so that you could see what mode you're in, without having to open up the MFD, because yeah, that's my pet peeve. Joey B. Where's Joey B at? Where's Scott? Scott's, I think, on a hot line. Where's Scott? He's already set. Lawrence. 115.5. That's Sumo. Chapalaco and Hamilton still have yet to go. I think Scott's on a hot lap here. Like I said, this track is weird. You want to run medium. I think is your better choice, and which I'm seeing Scott doing. So I don't know if that was a corner cut there. Time's still going, so I think he's okay. Medium. Oh, getting invited to a practice. Better rolling. And Scott's in, okay. Let's sit in with Lawrence. Sumo. And the Red Bull. Not such a good car this year. I was looking at practice, the times, and I think, oh, I don't know if he busted out that. Anyways. And it looks like Yuki's doing better than Lawson did, but it looks like Lawson, now that he's in a Red Bull, he's quicker, in the RB than he is the Red Bull. So I think this year it's just going to be McLaren. One of the McLarens is going to win the Drivers' Championship. I would think. Lawrence is up on his time. I think they're going to probably favor Lando when it comes to pit strategies and stuff like that. They'll probably favor Lando, I would imagine. So I don't think he's got the advantage for the championship. The only thing when you got two of the drivers and they're both on the same car, no, it's the only good car out there right now, I think. But when you got two drivers and in the same car, they have to pit. So one driver always seems to get favored over the other in those situations. Oh, sorry, Lawrence. Nemesis. Let's sit in with Nemesis. Oh, he's on none. Oh, he's out. Let's see where we can go here. See if we can catch ghosts. There we go. He's just stuck in here. He's got his Austin. Equal performance here, okay? So it doesn't really matter what car you're in. It's just more preference type thing. I think performance-wise is going to be all the same. So it's just for what you prefer to sit in. Now I find, equal performance, unless you're using cockpit, it doesn't really matter what car you get, right? The view is pretty much the same, unless you're in cockpit. If you're in cockpit, it does make a difference. Certain cars are a little bit different on how you sit. So, for me, I drive cockpit, so I like that. There's a little bit difference in views from each car, and it goes in. Here's Kylo Ren. Gonna sit in with Kylo Ren, I guess, since we got him. Ooh, that was close. Close. You're gonna probably see a few. He's down on his time. So, yeah, he's gonna have to make up quite a bit here. Quite a bit. 5/10 in order to have a shot at pole, but I don't think he will. But he beats his time, doesn't improve his much. Vandersnatch is a 1:14.4. Kevin, we haven't sat in with Kevin. Let's sit in with Kevin O'Reilly. Is that Kevin O'Reilly, or is it just Kevin? I wonder if it's Kevin O'Reilly. Now I gotta go look. Sorry guys, I'm just looking. T1 check-in. No, it's not Kevin O'Reilly. This is a different Kevin, so I apologize, Kevin O'Reilly, for calling you Kevin, or for calling Kevin O'Reilly. Yeah, Kevin's not racing today. Okay, so I just had to check that out. So it's not Kevin already. All right. Starting to wind down. You got John Wick, Kevin, and Scott. All out. Now you see Kevin's running hot. I think you're going to see most of the guys, other than that DRS zone, I think you're going to see most of the guys running their medium. Yeah, it seems to be the way to go, and he just dropped it into medium. Oh, and there goes his lap. Yeah, he missed that. He's still going, but I think that's his lap over, I would think. Yeah, he's going in. Here's Scott will catch him near the end. He's on hot lap coming down the hill there. Oh, he's in medium now. 108. He's staying 112, 114.6. So he improves quite a bit, actually. Yeah. Let's see. We haven't sat in here. Where is he? Let's sit in with Finley. Actually, Ghost there. Yeah, Ghost is there. Yeah, let's sit in with Ghost. Why not? He's going for. See if he can't challenge for pole. That's going to be a spot right there. Okay, I'm not sure. I think he was okay. That's going to be one of the spots. That's also another spot you might get track limits. And then you might get a corner cut up here. Yeah, track limits and corner cuts, you're going to probably see a few of them on this track. Not as bad as Qatar, but it is, there's no one to get track limits. Oh, very close there. 113, 114, very close, but not quite. Let's go to CPI. CPI's up on his time. Finley, which I stopped calling CPI and calling Finley. Finley, Connor across the line, 113.6. Wow, nice time. Kylo Ren he's dropped out. Here's Vandersnatch. Beats his time, but not enough to get him up into pole. On the 5th row, very close with thing. I think that's it. So we got CPI, we got Finley and Ricky EV on the front row. We got Ghost and Kylo Ren on the 2nd row. We got Vandersnatch and John Wick on the 3rd row. We got Scott M8 and Jacko Lacko on the 4th row. We got Joey B. Kevin on the 5th row. Speed Alcoholic, surprisingly, and Lawrence on the 6th row. And we'll do the 7th row as soon as we get there. And then, on the 7th row, we got Nemesis and Hamilton. Someone was asking me about Nemesis. That's why this guy's name comes up. yeah, I guess he wasn't responding to somebody. And they asked me if I knew about him. Said the name was familiar. Okay, so there you go. There's your race order. And yeah, that's your race order. I'm just gonna quickly go over here just so you guys know what's going on. Oh, I gotta. I don't know what that is. Where am I? Standings, there we go. Yeah, so anyways, yeah, here we go. So it's Finley, Alcoholic, Ghost, and Ricky EV. And Jacko Lacko are your top 5. Right, now that could change. And it's only after one race, so everything is, oh, what's this? Gary. Oh, he's got my stream on. Nice. Gary's joining us on the stream, but he's not racing. I guess he got moved to T2. That was a better class, I guess, for him. Better division. Yeah, more suited for him. So Gary got moved to that league. I think he can still reserve, though, here. So, Gary, if you want to drive, I'm pretty sure you're still allowed to reserve. Buckle up, Buttercup! Let's go racing, boys! All right, here we go. You can see the green car, Vandersnatch, got a pretty decent start. Gained himself a spot, maybe. And backed out. John Wick, oh, Vandersnatch, yeah. Oh, it looked like he had a good start, but it lost a couple spots there going into the first turn. Gee, Ghost. Hang on, what happened here? Okay, so what I'm thinking is Gee, Ghost. Tire. Enable. Okay, I guess we'll go there. Drive-throughs. Oh, he jumped the start. Oh, no. Oh, no. So he's going to have to pit within a couple of laps. I think he gets disqualified, I think, if he don't pit. Whoa. Well, those three are pretty tight together. Finley, Ricky EV, and Kylo Ren, 2 teammates. We got an RB sandwich going on right here. Or, yeah. McLaren's, you got your 2 pieces of bread, and then you got a lunch meat. RB is the lunch meat. Well, that's too bad for Ghost. Yeah, that's it. Maybe a safety car comes out and he gets himself back in this because yeah, guys in the whites are going to be going longer. Guys in the yellows, I think around 12 to 15, you're going to be pitting. $18 to $20, I think, with guys on the whites, maybe. I think some of the things might have changed. I'm not sure. I haven't been driving, so I haven't been keeping up with all the changes and stuff that might have been happening. I don't know. So anyways, Ricky EV with a nice clean pass in the DRS. Finley not giving him a hard time. Kylo Ren dropping in. Run different tire strategies, so Kylo Ren will probably be pulling an undercut and probably might be able to gain an advantage that way. But he'll lose that DRS. That Ricky V and Finley will be probably running the same strategy, so that might not work into his favor. He might get the undercut, but losing that DRS might not be so good either. So we'll have to see how that works out. Kevin, Jacko-Lacko all over the back of him. Over the back of him, John Wick, and then we got a huge DRS train here from Kevin all the way to Lawrence. The Sumo, the two Red Bulls, they're all in a DRS train here. I think Bandersnatch, this is either his first or second race with APPF1. He seems to be doing quite well. So welcome to APPF1. Bandersnatch. Yeah. Bandersnatch looking to make a move on John Wick, and decides he's not. Oh, and there we go. There's one of them track violations I was talking about. There's Scott M89 from ESRL. But yeah, you got a big long DRS train, and I think Lawrence has lost it. Something happened to Lawrence, the Sumo, because speed alcoholic also not that quick here. Or no, not as quick as I would expect. I mean, seems to be speed alcoholics in second place in the standings right now, but that's only one race. And it's still early. Scott, and then you got Nemesis all over the back of Scott. And that's a big long DRS train here, a speed alcoholic. Yeah, it looks like Joey B just lost that DRS too. Lawrence, looks to be struggling. He was right up there with these guys, and he must have had something happen. I don't see any damage on the car, so that's good. CPI Finley with the fastest lap, 16.4. And he's back up in the first. Nope, he's back down into second. I imagine Lawrence is going to make his move here. Yeah, something must have happened there that he lost some spots. Because he was in that DRS, and then all of a sudden he lost like 4 or 5 spots. And then G-Ghost with that unfortunate thing. I'm gonna go here, penalties. So there you go, Ricky V with a 3-second penalty. Feeling the heat from them McLaren boys, just like in real life here, with the 2 McLarens running 1-2. Yeah, I think this year in real F1, the most you're going to see for racing is teammates racing each other, which is good, okay, but you know what I mean? There's always the pit strategy that always gives one teammate an advantage over the other, so that's why I prefer that 2 opposite teams are fighting for the championship instead of teammates. But yeah, it looks like McLaren's the only one with a fast car. Red Bull last year didn't have a fast car either. Somehow Max was able to pull it off just by being consistent, I guess. But yeah, he's not going to be able to do it this year. I'd pass the third car, but I think his car, the Red Bull, is probably around a fourth place car now, behind the McLaren, Mercedes, and the Ferrari. So yeah, I would imagine that Max is probably going to end up either retiring or he's going to change teams. Unless Red Bull can do something with their car. CPI Finley, you know, I'm sitting there watching these guys, and Finley is pulling a lead. Everything's going Finley's way. He's also our championship leader, so this is perfect for him. Yeah, this is perfect for Finley. But the two guys behind him do have DRS, so it might, if Kyle Run can get a little closer, he might be able to reel in his teammate. Yeah, that DRS is crucial. Once you lose that DRS, you know, the guy in front can start concentrating on just running good lap times, and you know. Yeah, I wonder what's going on with Ricky EV. He's just lost a lot of pace. Looks like CPI Finley is just taking off now. He's just Finley is opening a gap, and Kylo Ren doesn't seem to be able to do anything with the RB of Ricky EV. So yeah, it's looking good for CPI Finley right now. You got the new Kevin. He's got John Wick behind him. Jacko Lacko, Vandersnatch on the 7th. I think he started fourth or fifth place, right? G Ghost is hoping for Scott maintaining his thing, but he's got himself a thing, sort of John Wick. Hamilton going into the pits. Same with Nemesis. They're going for that early pit stop. The undercut, maybe. Trying to gain some time that way. I'm not sure how powerful the undercut is on Imola. Speed Alcoholic doesn't seem to have the pace here in Imola, which he normally does. Lawrence, Joey B pitted though. Lawrence on the white, started with the white, so he's going to go on and he can't pit yet because that'll put him too far out on his yellows. His strategy. Let's go to this thing here because we got a lot of penalties here. Ricky EV with 3 seconds. John Wick and Kevin, teammates, both with 3 seconds. Scott with 3 seconds, and then Hamilton also with 3 seconds. So lots of time penalties. And those time penalties, like I say every time, those are the worst ones because when a safety car comes out or anything and it bunches them up. You can't pit and get rid of those penalties. They stay with you. So, you know, late safety car, lap 28, 29, punches them all up, you're pretty much screwed. Unless everybody else has penalties behind you. Ooh, Jacko Lacko now, also with a penalty. Track violation penalty. Yeah. Track violations look like it's starting to add up now. It's like about half the field almost. And the Ghost is making an early pit stop, other than his first drive-through pit stop. Try to gain a little bit of time on the undercut, maybe. Let's go back near the front here, see what's going on. CPI Finley has, yeah, Finley is gone. He's, I don't know if Ricky EV is just being distracted by the McLaren of Kylo Ren, but yeah, Finley has been able to open up a huge gap, and Kylo Ren is sitting actually in good position. Both McLarens with no track violations, so that's good for those two. Now Kylo Ren's probably going to be coming into the pit soon. And that'll probably work out good now that Ricky V doesn't have the DRS of Finley anymore. So I think the undercut for Kylo Ren will probably work out a little better now that the RB he just lost it too, and he's coming into the pits. So we'll have to see how he comes out after Ricky EV does his pit. Now Ricky also has a track violation penalty, so that's also going to hurt him near the end. Right, Ghost crossing his fingers for that safety car. But, you know, you're not going to see a lot of them, I think, in APPF1, at least because of the ghosting. They have the ghosting, right? Oh, gee, Ghost. 3-second penalty now, too, so that's hurting him. Both Austin Martins in the back of the pack, surprisingly. But, yeah. Lawrence has got himself up into 7th, but due to some pit stops and whatnot, you see Kylo Ren, one of the first of the front runners. And you can see Kylo Ren is running them down fairly quickly. Right, Lawrence has got to stretch them tires out a little longer so that he can make it on the on a set of 12 laps. It looks like, yeah, he had to make a pit stop too, so he's. And Scott has gone in for his first pit stop. Kylo Ren's already knocked a second off of the time, but he's on those pressure tires, so that is standalone. Scott comes out right as Nemesis goes on by. Scott feeling the pressure from Speed Alcoholic. I'm gonna have to go to a penalty, so we got 6 seconds to John Wick. Everybody else is 3. I just wanted to see that. Yeah, so John Wick is the only one with 6 seconds. Now Finley and Ricky E.V. are probably going to be pitting around. Oh, I see somebody. Banner Snatch is going in for his pit stop. I would have went a little earlier if I was on the yellows to try to get a better undercut. But, you know, each their own. Yeah, I want to see where Kylo Ren ends up when Ricky E.V. makes his pit stop. Oh, CPI! Now also with a 3-second penalty. Kylo Ren, maybe, you know, the undercut might get Kylo Ren into that 3-second range, but when Finley does make his pit stop, he'll be going on to the yellows, the faster tire, and they will be fresher when by around eight or so laps. So he will have a pace advantage. So but you don't know, late safety car comes out. And them guys with no penalties, track violations, have a huge advantage. Oh. Oh, God. Yeah, CPI, yeah, Finley is just gone. Oh, John Wick with another penalty. That's going to put him up to 9, I think. Yeah, so track violations, huge. And like I was saying with the ghosting, I know G Ghost is hoping for the safety car, but with that ghosting, the type of ghosting that they have collisions on, okay, but they have ghosting. So when the car gets a little sideways, it'll ghost. So that kind of takes away from your chances of a safety car, I think. So I seeing as the way the race is going right now and seeing how everybody is spaced out, you got a caution in sector 2, but seeing how everybody is spaced out, everybody, you got Speed Alcoholic, though. He's got like a bit of a pack in behind him here. He's got Scott, and Scott's still in that DRS, so Scott will gain a ton of time. Close that gap up huge on this straightaway. But, yeah, you got 4 or 5 cars there going at it. Whoa, there's a 10-second penalty, I think it was, for Lawrence Sumo in the for pit lane speeding, I do believe. That's gonna hurt. Yeah, Ghost, Sumo. A lot of guys. Yeah, CPI, Finley is just gone. It's not even a race anymore. I think the only thing that's going to stop Finley is a safety car. And you are getting close to that. You are right around that mark now where you're going to see Finley or Ricky E.V. dropping into the pits for their final, for their pit stop. I think there's only, what? Oh. That's a tricky corner there. You gotta get back on the throttle to get the rear end back in. When you go into that corner, the rear end wants to come out on you. And you just got to put the throttle down to get that rear end to do what you want it to. It's a nice track. I like this track, actually. And Kyle Wren's still running with no track violations, but I'm just looking at the times there, 17. Yeah, he's going to be well behind CPI Finley when Finley does pit. 9 seconds, 13, yeah. Yeah, it'll be more about where he comes out as opposed to Ricky V, sorry. Yeah, I think Finley, I'm going to be pitting this lap or the next one, I would think. So, I would think next lap he's going to pit. I think he's going to pit lap 20. Ricky V, staying on another lap. He's going for another one. Maybe hoping for a safety car. But he's losing a ton of time. Let's just quickly check here. Penalties. Whoa, Kevin, 16 seconds. John Wick. Yeah, Mercedes not doing well. Also, Lawrence with 16 seconds. All the rest at 3. Holding at 3 for now. Yeah, so it looks like penalties are gonna play. I think we can leave it on the penalties now. Yeah, I think we can leave it on the penalties now. To see kind of what's going on there. Ooh, speed alcoholic. 3-second penalty. That's going to give him 6 now. Scott was 6 as well. 16 and 16 to Kevin and yeah, he just made his first pit stop. And, yeah, I thought Finley was going to pit, but he didn't. Oh, Kevin with a 3-second. Yeah, lots of penalties coming out from track violations. Lawrence with another one. Wow, 19 seconds in penalties. Oh, wow. Kevin and Lawrence both with 9. Yeah, they're having a nightmare of a race. They just want it to end, I think, now. At this point. Where's Ghost? Ghost is still struggling in the back. Surprisingly, after qualifying, what, second? I think he did. Yeah, that jump start just, yeah, threw him off, and that screwed his whole race. No safety cars. Like I said, you're not going to see a lot when you have the ghosting on, because you're not going to see a lot of car-to-car collision, because you can drive through the other car when he goes sideways. So he's staying out for another lap. I'm thinking he's going to go to a set of reds. And Ricky EV has made his pit stop. He's on a set of yellows. So he needs to run down Kylo Ren. He needs to knock off 4 seconds plus another 3. Unless Kylo Ren gets a penalty out of this. But look at that. Yeah, look at that time. I think it's around 20, 21 seconds or something you're going to lose in pit stop. Something like that, 22 maybe. I'm not sure. I would imagine Finley is probably gonna pit. Any lap now, okay? He's going long, so I'm thinking this guy might be going to a set of reds, secure that fastest lap. 10 laps on a set of reds, I think is doable for sure. And there we go. He's into the pit, so let's see where he goes and what kind of tires he throws on. Is he going to throw on a set of reds or is he going to throw on a set of yellows here? And they're yellows. So he's going with the safer tire. Might have used up all his reds though in qualifying as well. I'll be able to tell now what the pit time loss in the pits is. Yeah, 22, 24. Yeah, quite a bit of time. About 24 seconds or so you lose it in the pit. Man, looks like he lost about 25, 26 seconds in the pit stop there. Which puts Kylo Ren actually surprisingly close, but Finley being on a fresh set of yellows. Oh, and he gets a penalty, so the only thing that's going to hurt Finley, I think, right now is Finley himself. Do I think Finley's going to be able to stretch another 2 seconds onto his time so that he gets that thing? I think so. I think he will. He definitely had the pace throughout the whole race. So I think he will stretch it, but you know, I think this might be he's his own worst enemy right now, I think, Finley. Ricky EV with fastest lap. So I think Finley, you can see Finley is starting to switch the off mode going into the corners and medium coming out. And that's to conserve his errs, okay? But I guarantee you he's looking, you can see he's already got that 6 seconds that he needed to Kylo Ren, his teammate, and he's on the faster tire, so. Well, it looks like Kevin has left the session. But Ricky EV, another 6 seconds. So Kylo Ren just got to basically cruise now and just stay within that 6 seconds. Is CPI going to get the fastest lap this time through? Yep, he does. 1:15.3. Not surprised. He's definitely the class of the field right now. Ghost has gotten himself up in the 10th spot. Yeah, Lawrence also having a rough day. But yeah, Kevin, I guess he lost connection maybe. Because he's still racing, so it must be a computer, AI. So Kylo Ren, you know what, he's in a good spot right now. He's technically okay if he uses a DRS and gets some white tires working really good for him. He might actually be able to compete for the win with his teammate. But I think his teammate's going to have the advantage on speed. Same with Ricky. I think Ricky being on them yellows is going to be a little bit quicker, but I don't think Ricky's going to be able to stretch a 6 second lead on Kylo Ren. So I think Kylo Ren, if he just plays his cards right, plays his cards right, he should be able to secure himself a second spot. He's down 2 seconds, so he just has to keep himself within 6. And I'm pretty sure Ricky knows this, so he's probably going to be doing everything he can to stretch that lead in the amount of laps. He's got, what, 6 laps, 7 laps now? 6.5 left to go. And he's opening up quite a bit of a lead, so he might be able to do this. But like I said, one safety car, and all those guys with these penalties is going to, yeah, it will hurt them. Like, if you get a safety car right now, I tell you, that's Kylo Ren's going to be a happy man. But like I said, I don't think he will. The ghosting will take away from the safety car chances. Especially now, late in the race. Speed Alcoholics got himself up in the 4th place, so he's doing quite well, okay, considering where he was. He's yeah, he's making a nice comeback. Bandersnatch, but he doesn't have 6 seconds in penalties. That's what's really gonna Bandersnatch might get that 4th spot. Just looking at the time, yeah, because he doesn't have many penalties. Same with Nemesis and Joey B. Kevin, you can see he's done being out. So it wasn't an AI, he just did something. Got under a lot of pressure. He's stuck in the middle there. Hamilton. Lacko trying to hold off Scott. Scott, 9 seconds in penalty, so yeah. Like I said, yeah. It looks like penalties are really going to hurt some people here. And I'm just looking, I'm going to go near the front here. Now, I said Kylo Ren just kind of had to stay within that 6 seconds, but I'm just looking at the time being 4.5. Kylo's going to have to pick up the pace, I think, because he's at risk of losing that 2nd spot right now. Ricky is about a second away from getting that second, that 6 seconds that he needs. But good job to Kylo with no penalties. Same with Bandersnatch, Nemesis, Joey B. No penalties. Great job, guys. Sometimes it's not about being the fastest as it is the smartest. Sometimes. But I'm just looking at it. I think Kylo Ren's going to lose this. It literally looks like Ricky EV is pushing, and he's pumping out at least 3/4 of a second a lap right now. You know, maybe these tires equal out a bit, but Kylo Ren has to definitely turn on the jet, because he's 2/10 away from losing that 2nd spot now. So yeah, he's and then if he takes a penalty, then that's even worse. So. It's, yep, pressure time now. And now it's time to go to work, Kylo. You got to really start pumping in them laps. He seems to be somewhat holding on here. I'm going to be curious to see if he can do it. Speed alcohol. But like I said, Bandersnatch there. He may be in the back, but technically he's in the front. Jacko Lacko with the move on Speed Alcoholic. And I'm watching Bandersnatch. He's being smart. I think he's doing the right thing. Not putting too much pressure on the cars in front of him, because he's in that DRS, and even though he's got 3 cars in front of him, he has no penalties, and that will put him in front of all those guys and give him 4th spot if he just stays with them. So he's running a smart race, I think, Bandersnatch here. He's being smart about what he's doing out there, and he's aware of what's going on with the penalties, I think. Ghost has gotten himself up into 8th spot, so that's a decent comeback. Two laps left to go. Look at Kylo. Kylo Red is not giving up. Oh no, 9 seconds. But not enough for Kylo Ren to challenge him. But Kylo Ren is all of a sudden gained a few tenths now, and gonna make this a race for 2nd place anyways. He's right at that mark. It's gonna be close. I'm gonna stick with this. I think CPI Finley, I think he's gone. You know what I mean? I don't think there's anything that's gonna stop him. We're on the final lap here. So I'm gonna go back. I want to see what goes on here with Ricky EV and Kylo Ren, because they might not be fighting each other car to car, but they're fighting themselves on lap time right now. And you can see Kylo Ren is getting them white tires working. Ricky EV needs to find a 1/10.5, 2 tenths, 2 to 3 tenths. Yeah, it's going up and down. You can see it's going to be close at the line here. And it's looking good for Kylo. I tell you, he's in that thing. 4 tenths. Richie EV coming down to the final few corners. I don't know that he's going to do it. He's going to have to hope a little bit of a lockup in the rear there. 5.7, 5.8. Crosses the line. Finley wins the race. Ricky EV in 2nd. But I think Kylo Ren takes that spot. So we have a 1-2 of the McLarens. Ricky EV. And now we're going to see who comes in. I think it's going to be... Whoa, I don't know. That might be an illegal move going into the pit like that, but... Bandersnatch gets... I don't know. I saw somebody go way off right there. I'm sorry, that threw me off. Bandersnatch gets 4th place because of not taking any time penalties. G-Ghost, gets up to 5th, so he does a great job coming back to 5th place. Scott M8 gets 6th place. The Speed Alcoholic up into 7th. Track violations hurt him. Jacko Lacko in 8th, Nemesis in 9th, Joey B in 10th, John Wick in 11th, and then, yeah, let's see who the rest were. But yeah, too bad for Scott there, but good comeback, though. Way to keep your head down and get whatever points were available to you to get back up in the 5th, so good job there. Too bad about the false start. It happens. Nothing you can do about it. Get your head down and get on with it. And that's what he did, and he still salvaged himself a thing. So yeah, congratulations to Finley, Kylo Ren, and Ricky EV for the thing. Bandersnatch, good job on the 4th place, not taking any penalties. And then yeah, so we had John Wick 11th, Hamilton 12th, Lawrence 13th, Kevin with a DNF in 14th. So yeah. Congratulations to you guys. I'm not sure who my it's between Ghost and I think Bandersnatch for my driver of the day. I'll have to think about that. I tend to go maybe with the newer driver because he's newer to the league, so I might want to give him the DOT thing because he did quite well. Okay, he throws very smart, I found. Anyways, I'm the Ghost, and I'm out. Until next week, I apologize for the opening race of the season. I fell asleep. I'm old. This happens. And yeah, I'll be back next week for the 3rd race of the season. Congratulations to the podium guys. Great race. And yeah, I'm out. I'm the Ghost.